Welcome back to Primetime News.
And a special welcome once again to our viewers on onespotmedia.com.
The police are issuing a serious warning to pranksters who insist on pulling dangerous stunts in the name of going viral.
Now it comes as a man was detained today after issuing a bomb threat at the Ruby service station in Oteria, St. Anne on Sunday.
Now, 24 hours later, there was another bomb threat in St. Mary.
As Kalisha Williams now reports, the pranks are placing a serious strain on law enforcement and emergency services.
We will not mention his name or show his face, but the 25-year-old man recorded himself issuing a bomb threat at the Ruby's service station in Oteria, St. Anne on Sunday. Moments later, he posted a video on TikTok which he claimed it was all a prank which was done to promote his music. Less than 24 hours later, he was picked up by the police in St. Catherine.
He is the subject of a question and answer session. I can't say where that is at this time. In the division that he is in, I'm certain that that process is ongoing.
As for the impact of the threat, we were told dozens of police, military and emergency teams had to respond at the gas station in St. Anne.
When you're looking at policing resources, you're looking at bomb squad from out of the division. You're looking at people from specialized operations from outside of the division. There's a great deal of law enforcement resources that naturally has to be triggered in order to manage the space. You're having to block off roads to ensure that people are safe because you cannot take any of these matters lightly.
He mentioned how businesses and hundreds of residents and possibly tourists were impacted.
This is one of Jamaica's bustling urban centers. There are arterial roads that end up having to be cut off because you have people who would naturally be traversing that space heading to the airport. There are so many ripple effects from these kinds of actions just in terms of containing this situation. Once the police satisfied themselves that there wasn't actually a bomb threat in reality, you still have a de-escalation period. You still have a period in which you have to maintain a presence there.
Concerns that this could lead to a proverbial boy who cried wolf scenario where people will not take real bomb threats seriously.
I can't dictate what the judiciary does. But for instance, when people begin to see custodial sentences for their actions, if the law makes room for custodial sentences, then that should be so. If the law makes room for hefty fines, people should be made to pay hefty fines. Under
the law, an individual convicted of transmitting messages that constitute a threat faces a maximum fine of $4 million or 4 years in prison before a parish court, or a tougher sentence of 10 years in prison before a circuit court. Meanwhile, over in St. Mary, the police are still trying to identify the source of a bomb threat at the St. Mary High School today. Operations at the school were suspended for hours Monday to allow the security forces to conduct a search of the institution. No bombs were found.
The police takes it very seriously. We employ the necessary protocols. We are not going to be taking it lightly. At any moment, these threats can be real.
Kalisha Williams, TVJ News.